Hi there, welcome to this video. This is Tina from TinaHeals.com, and today I'm speaking about an Aries ascendant, a Libra moon, and a Scorpio sun. Very Martian, I can see that, because Aries and Scorpio are both ruled by Mars. Of course, Pluto later on was given the rulership of Scorpio, but don't forget, Scorpio is very much Mars domain. So you have your ascendant in cardinal fire, Yang, which is about change and flux, and Aries is archetype of the pioneer. You have your moon in Libra. You have a 7th house moon, which is opposite your ascendant, because Aries and Libra are polarities. If Aries is about me, Libra is about us. Okay, and you have your sun in the 8th house, okay, which is Scorpio. So this is a deep placement, and sun in the 8th is not a good position. Sun does not do well in Scorpio. In fact, this is one of the most difficult placements for the sun. And also your moon is not in a very good sign, not in a friendly sign, because moon is about emotions and connecting. And Libra is about beauty, not necessarily emotions. It is represented by the scales, which is inanimate. So there is always a very cold side of Libra, which we understand, although they try to please people, but there is an inherent coldness to them, emotional unavailability. Now, the ascendant is the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth, and the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. And the ascendant is how the world perceives you. It's your physical body. It's the sum total of your personality. It is the Jungian mask you wear to interact with society. So with your purposeful stride and with the edgy look in your eyes, people know that you're a leader. People know that you are a trailblazer, a fire starter. You're after all ruled by Mars. Mars is about war and strife and competition. So there is definitely this competitive, very masculine, arrogant, boisterous side of Aries. But don't forget, Mars is also our action principle. Without Mars, we would get nothing done. So Aries is very much about taking action. It's being the go-getter. Also with an Aries ascendant, you're not afraid of eye contact. You're not afraid to stare someone down. You love the chase, so to speak. You want to conquer. Mars wants to conquer, right? And you're the infant of the zodiac, because when the soul enters Aries after the 30th degree of Pisces, which is the degree of archetypalization, the soul experiences a mini Big Bang, and everything is born anew. Aries is about a new directionality that the soul intends to take when it is born with an Aries ascendant. It is great at starting very many new things, but not great with completion. And also, being the infant of the zodiac, there is a streak of selfishness with this placement. Okay, because the infant understands self-preservation. So it is. So the infant is selfish to a certain degree. So eminent astrologer Stephen Forrest says that the goal of Aries should be enlightened selfishness. And most of the lessons and shadow work that you have to do through Aries is directly linked to this infant growing up. The agitating fires of Aries are never soothing, but you still want to soak in them no matter what it brings, conflict or strife or whatever. You want to experience new things, and you're not very much in touch with your emotions. You're not great at connecting soul to soul. Okay. Ascendant is also how you look. So having an Aries ascendant, your face is ruled by Aries, brains, okay? So all of this. So this is in focus, a very big part of your personality. So prominent edgy eyes, sharp nose, high cheekbones, narrow chin, thinnish lips, all of this, okay? And you probably love your highlighters, you probably love your edgy eye makeup, and you probably love the color red, new red lipstick. You may even enjoy streaking your hair red. But with this placement, I've seen a lot of women also tend to have short hair, and they just tend to be more masculine, more of the go-getter, and they have a tremendous amount of energy, restless energy, and just energy, you know, that if they don't work with that, it can be very restless, and it can lead to nervous problems, anxiety. Even Aries oftentimes has this question of their inherent self-worth come up in their minds, that, you know, am I worthy? You know, what is my worth? So with this, there's always a balance that needs to be, you know, found. When is it okay to go ahead and seek something and pursue something, and when do you need to just let it go? It's very important with Aries. You are the dominant, although of course you have your Libra moon, so you may not be. But with difficult Mars, you may have issues with all these parts: eye power, ENT issues, persistent acne, migraine. Virgo is your 6th house, so Virgo rules digestion. So that is something you may have to deal with. Wrong food, and Virgo also rules the nervous system. So there's a direct linkage with that. So if you don't balance your nervous, restless energy, you could develop severe migraine and all kinds of headaches, cluster headaches and whatnot. So having when there are difficult aspects of, say, your ascendant ruler transiting through the skies and touching your personal planets, then be careful, or your 6th house, and be careful of accidents, guns, heavy machinery, just DUI, you know, road rage and all of that. You have very quick metabolism, so whatever you put really, you know, you work that out. You're very swift moving, very, very swift moving, so be careful, you know, just watch where you're going. Now the moon is the very opposite of the ascendant. It is who we are when that Jungian mask comes off and no one is looking. It is how we emote, how we feel deep inside, how we connect, how we nurture, how we were nurtured. Moon is also our mother, our childhood, our everyday habit patterns, our ESP powers, our empathy. Okay, Moon does not do well in Libra. I already told you that. 7th house moon is about relating. You want to relate to people. Okay, you wanna not just people. You want to develop a correct way, a correct relationship, if I may say so, with the world around you. That is the ultimate aim of Libra. Other than that, they can be vain, cold, detached, narcissistic, very stuck in their own ways, dilettantism, not being able to make up their mind, a lot of cardinal energy, change and flux. When Aries is cardinal, Scorpio is fixed. So your sun has this element of fixed quality to him. Rest, very, very cardinal. So change. And you're not afraid of that, thankfully. Now, Moon in Libra, you're definitely about all things Venusian. Libra is ruled by Venus. So you're definitely into art and craft, luxurious things, good conversations. Libra's intellectual, so a lot of good conversations you enjoy. And you want to really relate and find that perfect relationship. I won't say your relationship will define you, but it is a huge part of who you are. Okay, and with Libras, once they are in a relationship, they are in it for the long haul, because they like set patterns. They don't want to step out of their comfort zone. Okay, now Scorpio's sun is very, very difficult place for the sun. Scorpio's 8th house, Pluto and Mars domain. You could be very combative. As I said, you have a double Mars happening here, and Pluto is about death and regeneration. Having your sun there could mean a whole bunch of things, like a lot of secrets in your childhood. Your father had a lot of secrets. You like to get to the crux of things, having this placement of Sun in Scorpio. You are the archetype of the investigator. You like to dig deep for the truth, and then you like to transmute. Scorpio is, after all, very alchemical energy. So the lower, and it rules the sex chakras. So your sexual and elimination organs. So you have to understand that sex is about life, and excretion is about letting go. So Scorpio is about creating life as much as it is about letting go. So Scorpio Sun, you're definitely going to be interested in psychology. This is the domain of the unconscious. So you could be a psychologist, you can bring in that Libra, Moon, Venusian, artsy side to your practice. And of course your Aries ascendant wants to start very many things, but not good with detailing, not good with closures. Neither is Libra, neither is Scorpio. So Scorpio, although it's a place where emotions are too much. They are so intense that the Scorpio native oftentimes stays away from emotions because it becomes too much for them to bear. So keeping a balance and staying in touch with your emotional body is very important with these placements. Being too secretive or being too warlike, too Martian is not. Remember, Mars is also our action principle, not just competitiveness or combativeness. So that was a bit about Aries Ascendant, Libra Moon and Scorpio Sun. Please subscribe if you like that video. Visit my website www.tinaenglish.com.